What is good, everybody? What is good? So the Lakers got demolished yesterday. I knew it was gonna happen. Obviously, I predicted it before anybody could get the little crummy hands on that. But anyways, I knew they was not gonna beat the fucking Celtics. And despite that, um, Luca and LeBron James went down with injuries. So I guess the basketball god said, you know what? If the Mavericks are going to suffer, so will the Lakers. And the Lakers have been very favoritism over the years. You know, they've gotten their share of the golden pot. You know, they just was riddled with greatness. You know, from Magic Johnson to Kareem to Shaq, Kobe, Paul Gasol, LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like they just been gifted, handed fame early. You know, like imagine if the Lakers wasn't a team, and no, I'm not gonna say imagine, but the Lakers have 17 championships. Like, can you imagine? Can you fathom those 17 championships equally spreading out to 32 teams? That means that the freaking Suns would have had 4 championships or 3. The Knicks would have had 4 or 5 championships. Like, it would be crazy to see that going to fruition. So, the Lakers and the Celtics are the only 2 teams that have more championships than any other team. Like, if you just take out the Celtics and the Lakers and you combine every single championship that the other team has, they wouldn't even equal to that amount. That's kind of like taking the Yankees out the equation and you adding up all the teams that have championships. The teams that don't have championships, obviously you don't count them, but the teams that have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 championships, you tally them up, that won't even come close. I think it will probably come up to like 10 or 11. But the fact that the Lakers and the Celtics were the 2 golden teams, it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's not what I wanted to speak about, obviously. I just need to get that off chest. I'm here to talk about the New York Giants and what are they going to do in this free agency market. Now, the last time the Giants spent a lot of money was the 2017 year, right? The offense was still a little shaky, even though they scored touchdowns here and there. They squandered the lead, and then their defense had to come up clutch every single time. And I knew right then and there that if we somehow made it to the playoffs, our defense was going to get exposed because you can't have a bad offense and a good defense. It doesn't work that way. It has to be balanced. It has to be balanced, like how the Eagles are. You know, how the Eagles are. So it has to be balanced. You can't be bad in one unit and then be terrific at the next or at the next. It doesn't work that way. So, so the Giants didn't really do too much. I don't know how many days are in free agency. But the Giants didn't really do anything too much. I don't think they're gonna. I mean, the Giants are not a team to go, wow over the, free agency market. I mean, they only did that one time. Like I said, 2017, that was the only time they went bananas. And it backfired on them. It worked out, obviously. They won like 11 games, lost 4 or 5. And they actually made the playoffs just to get smoked by the Packers. Offense didn't help. Offense obviously struggled for drop passes when it mattered the most. Odell dropped two. Sterling Shepard dropped one. Cruz dropped one. The only person that actually caught a touchdown was our seventh string receiver, King, which was like, you shouldn't be catching no freaking balls. I mean, you shouldn't be catching no touchdowns. That's for the starting three. Cruz, Beckham, and Sterling Shepard was a rookie at that year, at that juncture. But I don't expect the Giants to make a big splashy move. Maybe they just using that, for the draft, because they don't really have that many draft picks, Now there's rumors that the Giants are going to try to trade down to get more draft assets, to fill up the roster. Because each team starts off with 7, unless you backload the end or backload the picks. Like, okay, I trade you my 3rd round pick for your 3rd round, your 4th round, 2nd round, such and such. Just like how my Knicks did a couple of years ago, where they backloaded the draft. Like they kept on trading down, getting more assets. I don't see the Giants doing that, but I don't think the Giants are going to move the 3rd pick. I think they're going to stay put. Like I said, they're going to draft Travis Hunter. But yeah, I don't see the Giants making any significant move in the draft. I mean, in free agency, I could see them resigning their players, and that's about it. I don't think they're gonna go for the highest cornerback or the highest defensive end. Obviously, they overpaid for Burns. He didn't, obviously pan out. Hopefully this year he'll, probably trying to, learn the system too fast. Maybe, this year, he'll blossom, because I always give rookies, or if you're a free agent that comes here and you struggle a little bit, I'll give you a pass. But 2nd, 3rd year, better pick it up. Because obviously we gave Nate Soldier so much money that we thought, oh, he protected Tom Brady for so long. He did a darn good job. Comes over here, can't even protect Eli. So, but if he doesn't perform, then it was just a big waste of money, and that's just about it. I don't expect the Giants to make big splashes. I think, like I said, I think they're gonna save it for the NFL draft. Maybe they'll probably move their 2nd pick and probably backload to get more draft capital to fill out the roster. Because right now what they're doing is they just resigning. They're not really signing anybody. I mean, they did sign, but they're just resigning players that have expiring contracts. That's all they're doing right now. Our free agency is still inactive. So yeah, but I don't expect the Giants to do anything free agency wise. It's not worth it. Now, obviously, Von Miller is a free agent, but again, I don't think the Giants are going to go after Von Miller. Just because of the veteran presence, I think it would help. But, will, can Von Miller fit this team, fit this scheme? Obviously, the Redskins or Washington Commanders have Bobby Wagner. He came from that championship pedigree from the Seahawks, so he knows what it takes. So let me know what you think. What the Giants? What will the Giants do in free agency? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and culture.